welcome to Softech Coding. This is the 9th episode of our Coding with Scratch series. This is part 2 of our pen episodes, so if you want to create the pen project, I would highly recommend going back from part 1 so you can create the project with me. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I am continuously going to make videos. Stick with us because at the end of our Coding with Scratch series, I'm going to show you how to make an animation. So, today we're going to continue working with pen and we're going to work with backdrops, and I'm going to show you how to change your backdrops or your canvas. So let's get started. So you're going to choose a backdrop. So I think I'm going to choose maybe the basketball arena, and maybe I can choose the colorful city, and let's see what else we can choose. Maybe slopes. We have slopes. Now I can choose maybe a few more. How about we choose winter? And what if we choose, maybe we can choose the nebula? And I think that's enough backdrops. Okay, so now we're going to click on the little mini backdrop, and we have all the code for the backdrops. So here you're going to click on events, and when go is clicked. So when go is clicked, we're going to go to looks, and we want it to clear graphic effects. So it resets everything once go is clicked. So now we're going to go back to events, and we're going to do pull out a when space key pressed block. And we're going to choose a key. So what if we do the Y key? Okay, Y. And we're going to go to looks, and we're going to change whirl effect by 25. Now this could be the color effect or any of these other effects. As long as it has the change blank effect by 25, then you know that this is the block that you need. So you're going to select whirl, and we're going to try it out to see what this does. So we're going to click on go, and I'm going to click Y. Wow, this completely changes the backdrop. Now there's something else that I wanted to show you, that this change stays with all the backdrops. So we're going to try it with all the different backdrops that we have. For example, if you choose basketball, wow, the effect changes with all of the backdrops that you have. Like here it looks like ice cream. It reminds me of ice cream. Like blueberry ice cream or something. Wow, the Christmas tree. That's really cool. And we have our nebula again. So now we're going to make it switch backdrops so you can see your creation with different backdrops if you're the user. So we're going to click on events, and we're going to pull out when space key press, maybe B for backdrop. And we're going to do next backdrop. So whenever you click B, it automatically goes to that next backdrop so you can see what it does. Now the white one, as you can see, it doesn't do anything even if it has the whirl effect because it's just blank. So we're going to go to backdrops, and we're going to delete backdrop 1 because that doesn't show the effects that you're going to use. Now we're going to go back to code, and we're going to add a few more effects to this. So go to events, pull out this block, and maybe we can do when F key pressed. Oh, E, F. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to do, you're going to love this, fisheye. Now fisheye, this is a very, very strange effect. This is what it does. It bloats the middle of the screen. So now if we switch backdrops, it completely changes it. And actually gives us a kind of 3D view. So it looks like, for example, this part of the store is closer than the other stores. Like it's a corner now. It looks more like a corner than it did before. And now you can merge effects. So for example, if you click Y, this spins it around. So you can use different effects and see how these different effects, oh, this tree is smushed. I feel bad for the tree. If you merge effects, you can see what it does with different backdrops. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do something so that it, wow, this really is interesting. We're going to do something so that it undoes all effects without having to click stop. Because, for example, if you created this awesome project that you love, and I'm going to click S to switch the costume, C to switch the color, and maybe we can do a bit of W to curve it around, and you have all of these awesome sprites on, and you have all of this awesome artwork, then you're not going to want to delete all of it once you click stop, just so that you can clear the graphic effects of the backdrop. So what we're going to do is, instead of this, we're going to make it so that you can clear the graphic effects in the middle. So we're going to pull out a clear graphic effects block. So while you're doing your project and you're clicking all those keys, you can click key. So we have 0 as for the sprite 1, that deletes all of it. So you can do 0 for this too. So 0 clears all graphic effects in the whole project. So for example, we have our apple here and we've changed it, and with W, you click W and it whirls, C and it changes color, and you've stamped it, and you have some other colors, and you clicked Y to whirl the backdrop, and you clicked F to add a fisheye effect, and B to change it. If you want to delete all backdrop, all of the effects, you just click 0 and everything goes back to normal. Okay, so now we're going to add a few more effects to this. So we're going to add a bit of fisheye and a bit of whirl. So now what if we try some other effects? So we're going to go to looks and we're going to pull out a change and we're going to do color. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can see all the blocks. Put this here. So we're going to change the color. So we're going to click on color, go to events. Which key should be for color? Maybe we can do the D for color. Okay, so now we're going to try it out. Whoa, wait, I'm going to click 0, and now I can see that it completely changes the color, and then you can whirl it. Oh, a black hole! Oh no, the black hole is sucking it. So whenever you click Y, there's a black hole that's coming to eat the apple. And then you can switch the backdrops, and you can add B for backdrop, and you can switch the color and the different ones. So I'm going to click 0 to clear our graphic effects, because I think that was a bit too much of a whirl, and I'm going to click Y a few times, not as many, and maybe a bit of F for fisheye, and we're going to change the color with D. So now we have the color changes, and we can click B to switch the backdrop. Oh, I don't like that color for the Christmas tree. So we can click D to change the color. I like the purple sky. And you can do all sorts of effects, a bit more Y. Oh, it looks like a wave of snow, like a wave from the sea that's going around and around. Okay, so now let's see what other effects we have. So we're going to see what we have here. We have mosaic. Mosaic is one of the coolest effects ever. So if you want to see what it does, it's very, very, very interesting. So if we pull out when M for mosaic clicked, I'm going to click 0 and I'm going to show you. It makes millions of the same one. I'm going to click C. Oh, that's for the sprite. D to change color, and then maybe a bit of Y for the whirl. Now it's like there's millions of waves going all around and around and around in the backdrop. And then we can add a bit of F to make the waves. Oh, wait, the waves are disappearing. Oh no. And then I'm going to click O to clear graphic effects and try this maybe with this backdrop. So I'm going to click M maybe one time, and then I'm going to click F for fisheye, O and Y. This is really, really cool. I'm going to try this with all the different backdrops with clicking B to see it with all of the different backdrops. It looks very, very interesting. So I'm going to click Y a few times for fisheye, whirl, sorry, and M for mosaic, B for switching backdrops, and we can see all the different backdrops and how they look with this effect. And now we've completely changed the backdrop, and we have our effects here. Now we can also change the costumes for the sprites. So I'm just click the up to make it bigger, S to switch costumes, and W for whirl, maybe C for color, and we can stamp it. And then we can switch the costume, maybe to this ballerina, color, we can change, we can make it smaller, and we can stamp it. And then we can click B to switch the backdrop, 0 to clear graphic effects, and we can make it mosaic and add a bit of whirl with Y to the backdrop. And then we can change the costume by clicking S, and we can make it a bit bigger, change the color with C, and give it a little bit of whirl with W, and we can stamp it. Okay, thanks for watching. We have lots of other videos and more coming. Please share this video with your friends and family. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.